Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Kathy, and it is September 8th. I was just telling those who we had gathered on the live call. Amma told me she would like to lead the entire session, except for my little prelude here. And it is back to basics, and it is the basics of what I, Amma, teaches. She wants me to change as you can see in the background, all my stuff, but she wants me to change to the logo for Spiritual Love Fair. I'm turning it over to Amma. So the next one you hear, and probably for most of this session, will be Amma, the Divine Mother. Good morning to you, blessed ones, dear ones, children of my womb, of my energy. And yes, I thought that this would be a good time to put out for everyone a review of the basics. Now, these are the basics of who it is that you are. These are the basics of where you came from, and these are the basics of how to manage your life. And you have had people come here to teach you these things. You have some amazing, wonderful masters who are here. Any of them that you can think of that you have listened to and followed at different times are those who came to give you direction. So I'm going to give you direction through this one, as that's how I'm channeling this particular message, but know that I come through many. You have many wonderful channels that tap into the energy of the oneness and bring forth aspects of the energy of oneness. So the first basic to know, you also can tap into that energy. You also can bring in messages for yourself and for others. Simply be in clarity. So I guess that isn't really the first of the basics. The first of the basic is you come from love. You come from love. You were created in love. You were created from the love of what some calls unconditional love. Love that has no strings attached. Love which is not diluted by, oh, I should be this way. Oh, you should be this way. Oh, you should believe this. Undiluted love, as one has said recently, another channel, undiluted love. So that is the first basic. The second basic is a corollary to that. For you to have the most beautiful life experience here upon this planet is to believe that, is to believe that you are love. Amazing, remarkable love. And what is love? Love is. It is who you are. It is who all creation is. Love is an energy, a creative energy that the Ein Sof, the source, the love that is, all that is, before that love energy is differentiated into Amma and to Abba and to Jehovah, to any other name. It is the energy that is there. You are part of the undifferentiated, undiluted energy that you call, in the English language, love. Now, the basics are, how do you manage that love energy of which you are here on a planet of duality? A tremendous school, if you were. A tremendous school which, my precious ones, not only did you volunteer to be here, but you were evaluated on the soul level of whether or not this would be the best place for you and the best place for what is happening upon this planet. Many apply, many billions apply, and a limited amount are chosen. Why? Because they're not ready. Those who are not chosen are not ready for the very difficult school that Earth is. Why is it difficult? Because you are discovering what it means to be in a place of love. You are discovering by coming down to a planet who believes in black and white, love and hate. And of course, you know, the opposite of love is not hate, it is fear. But then you have egocentrism, right? Where everything is for you. And then you have where you are here as servant to everyone, which is the actual truth, is that every one of you, whoever listens to this message, you are here as servant to this planet and to everyone upon it. Even those who do not listen to this message are here as a servant. Some of you are aware that you are a servant. Abba and I, we are servant to you. You have heard, oh, the law, as above, so below, as within, so without. But it gets muddled up in this humanity thing, does it not? Because of what you chose to do, and that is to explore. When love is experienced, not in its purity. So, number one, you come from love itself. A corollary to that, you are dearly beloved. Another corollary to that is you are loved so much that you have been given millions, yes, millions of people on the other side, on the spiritual level, to support you. You have some that have agreed to work with you from the very beginning, before you incarnated, when you made this plan to be here. And you think, oh, I just have this number of angels and guides. No, you have millions, millions of beings, some not directly assigned to you as your own personal angels, guides, healing team guardians are. You have others, oh, let's use this for angels, waiting in the wings. How is that for angels? Waiting in the wings to be invited to assist you. Your body, your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, energetic bodies were created for you, especially for you in humanity. Male and female, you were created. Oh, and other ways also. But you were created to get in touch with, number one, yourself as love. And number two, your energy body. And number three, how to, some might say manifest, some might say manipulate energy to create what it is that you wish to have in this lifetime. But we're going to start with what I have given you, and others have also brought in similar information. They just call it something different. How do you manage yourself in a world of duality? You manage your energy, and you manage your thoughts, and you manage your feelings. So first, let us manage the energy. There is something called the heart source. Everyone who is here live is familiar with the heart source, but I'm going to take you each through it, those of you who are listening, and I'm going to explain parts of it. To begin with the heart source, you first focus on your heart chakra in the front. Many people don't know that there's a front and back to chakras 2 through 6. There is a front and back to chakras that are minor in your body, but it may not seem minor at times. Shoulder chakras, chakras in your hips, and all of the joints that you have where two bones come together. It is a minor chakra that has tremendous effect upon you. You bring those minor chakras into balance through the major chakras, and you begin with what is known as the heart source. Move your attention to the front of your heart. Imagine your little bitty going into a whirlwind, a tunnel, a vortex of energy that as you say, yes, I'm going to discover this part of myself. When you move in with your consciousness, the energy takes you in and breathe, because your breath activates and energizes your chakras. And as we do the heart source, we will show you how wonderful the heart source connects you from above and below. Feel yourself go in as deep as possible. There are a lot of things to explore as you go in, but we're doing this simply right now. It's the basics after all. Good. Now, keep your awareness there. And at the same time, move out and around to your back in alignment with the front of your chakra, the heart chakra, and go in. You will find it right in the back. And now go in. And this one's very different. Yes, it's part of your heart. The connection between spirit and the third dimensional world. The connection not only to spirit and not just to the fifth dimension, but anywhere you wish to go. Go deep within the back of your heart chakra. And the very special place is what we call your sacred space. Move in, and moving like you are going into a hallway, a tunnel, an alley. It doesn't matter what you see it as. You could be walking down the hallway of a hotel, and then suddenly you come to the grand ballroom, and you walk into that grand ballroom, your sacred space. And it is like walking into an infinite space, which you have the power to create what you wish that space to be. This space is guarded by an angel of Michael's band with a sword of light, a burning sword that spins and protects from outside forces. Nothing can come in here without your permission. You are fully protected. People who tell you, no, you are not protected. No, anyone can come in. The truth is no, they cannot. It is fully protected by you. Go into that space. Feel the expansiveness of it. Walk around. There is within it an altar, not necessarily an altar of stone. It could be a little table by your favorite chair. It could be a blanket on the meadow where you can hear the creek or the waterfall, and you hear the birds, and you say, oh, I would like to write. And suddenly there is your journal and your pen, and you can write. Oh, I would like to speak to my soul self. Soul self, come and be with me. Soul self is the word I prefer to use for higher self, because many people in this third dimensional world get mixed up with hierarchy. The hierarchy in the third dimensional world appears to be one, does it not, of rank and privilege. hierarchy on the other side are the ones who are the greatest servants. The higher you are in the hierarchy, the more you have devoted yourself to the service of the Creator and the service of all the Creator has created. So now keep your awareness in the front and in the back of your heart, and now come around to the front again and go into your third eye, your sixth chakra. There's a vortex there just above your eyebrows, but in the center, and go into that wonderful, wonderful space. If you go deep enough and you have the intention to see, to feel, to experience the violet flame, you will come to it. And now stay there. You're now in 3 places. Now go around to the back of your third eye and move in to the back. There is so much I could teach you, but I will not have time in this short review of fundamentals. Feel yourself now in the front and back of your heart, the front and back of your third eye, the brow chakra. Breathe. Notice how your energy changes your experience of yourself. Most people feel more relaxed, more connected. And let's connect even more with one of the most important parts of yourself, your intention. That, by the way, is part of the fundamentals, is that your intention creates. And this time you are creating a beam of energy that goes from your heart chakra to your third eye. Feel what happens with that connection. When you have that connection, it also activates every chakra within you. And now send that beam of energy straight up to what is called the center of the universe. Some people call it the central sun. You can call it that. Notice how that expands your energy. And now, keeping that energy there into the center of the universe, move that beam of energy straight down through you, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, until it goes directly through you into the center of the earth. You are now grounded above and below. Your energy is connected above and below. And this, my dear ones, is where, when you live from here, it is easiest. Because when you are in your heart source, connected above and below, you can listen from your heart. You can listen from your third eye. You can listen from your solar plexus, the 3 brains that you have. And you can differentiate what is truth and what is not. What is partial truth and what is a fabrication. When you live within your heart source, you can stay in the place that you call love. You can stay in the energy that avoids fear. Fear is out there, right? But you do not have to bring it in. You do not bring it in. And when you find yourself in fear, check your heart source, because you are not in your heart source. You may think, well, I'm in my heart. But then if you really examine, you will notice you're not within your heart. You may be outside of your heart, in alignment with it in energy, but not within it. You may be in your solar plexus, where fear can come together, because you are concerned from the solar plexus. You are concerned with who you are internally, what your skills are. Are you on the right path? When you are in your heart, you are who you are. the power and presence of God, love incarnate, and you are connected with that love. Now, I've taught you a few other things that you can do, and it is important to do it. In the back of this image is what is called the logo, I believe, of spiritual love fair. In the very center, the blue part that you see, is the sword of Michael the Archangel. That is a sword that you can call upon at any time. You can just cry out, Archangel Michael, defend me. Or you have the power to ask for his sword. You have the right to ask for his sword of protection because he is there for you. He is not better than you. He happens to know a little bit more right now, but he is not better than you. I am not better than you. You were created from me. I know more than you. But you are one with me, which means you are not less than me. Even when you have less knowledge, less wisdom than me, that does not make me better than you. No more are you better if you are working in your PhD in rocket science, physics. You are not better than the kindergartner who is just learning. You are just have more knowledge and more wisdom. Hold out your dominant hand, my dear ones, and ask Archangel Michael for his sword. And he will place that sword in the palm of your hand, the hilt, not the blade. He does not want to cut you with it. It is in the palm of your hand, and bring your hand over it, like you see this one doing in the image. And then hold it in front of your heart. And the sword is pointing straight up. There is much you can do with this sword, but we will go from the very basics. Place the sword within your heart and feel the energy travel throughout you. And now, how do you activate that sword when you need it? It's very simple. I am the sword. Make that declaration. I am the sword. And you become the sword. Your entire physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and energetic bodies become the sword. And you, being conscious and aware, being in your heart source and saying that you are the sword, you can walk anywhere and transmute energy. You can transmute any type of energy by whatever name. It is all actually fear in the lower vibrations. But if you call it jealousy, or if you call it anger, or if you call it envy, or if you call it greed, all of it is fear. You can transmute that into the highest vibration of love your particular spiritual path is ready for. In the heart source, as the sword, you simply need to walk. Or you can actually send forth your energy to another location and transmute energy there. That is power, is it not? And the only reason you can do this, precious ones, is because you are from the oneness which is known as love. You are from the creative energy of love. And when you create your heart source, when you create being the sword, you are creating the memory of being in the oneness. Let's do one other type of protection for you. I mentioned when you go in deep within the front of your third eye and you have the intention to find the violet flame, it is there. And you don't even have to know that it's there, but it's easier. Now just simply ask, violet flame, activate. And you can activate around the 7th layer or activate around every layer of my aura. And you are encased within the violet flame, which assists in transmuting low vibration energy, just as the sword does, just as the heart source protects you from. Why do you need all of these protections? Oh, humanity is such an interesting creation, is it not? Because sometimes your mind wanders. Sometimes you go into fear. Sometimes you doubt yourself as love, and you doubt yourself as being beloved, and you doubt yourself as one who can love purely. Because that is what you are here for, is to learn those things and to teach all of us, all of creation, those things of love. Now let's move to what is known as healing. That's what you call it here. I'm going to explain it a little bit differently. Healing is coming back to the understanding that you are one with love. It is back to the understanding that you have never left my womb, and I have never sent you forth from my womb. I protect you always. You have never left Abba's heart. You are always there. In one of the Hebrew scriptures, it says, I have you carved on the palm of my hand. You are carved indelibly within our hearts, on our hands, in my womb. There is no way for us, and we're using the word us, there is only one energy, one love, one source, but humanity has found it easier to differentiate, and in this case, Amma, the feminine, Abba, the masculine. When you join with us and recognize that you are one with us, it makes it easier in humanity to be with the feminine or the masculine. Does that mean you have to be? No. You can be in the place of the creative energy of the Ein Sof, of love itself, and you become one, and you recognize you are one. Why is this important for healing? Come up with an answer yourself. Of course, I will tell you what the answer is, because some of you will get it. When you move into healing of the mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic, physical self, you are moving into oneness. Each one of you have the ability, maybe not the knowledge, but the ability to move yourself into healing, to move yourself into love and into oneness. How do you do that? Well, the first is by your beliefs and by your thoughts. Do you believe you are love? Do you believe it sometimes, but not in others, but you doubt it? Do you become frustrated? Do you, as they say, beat yourself up if you forget that you are love and you act in a way that you do not believe is love? You simply need to remind yourself, oh, it is not love. What is the loving way to be? First, heart source. Declare heart source. Declare, I am the sword. Violet flame surround me and transmute any energy within me. When you find not love within you, where fear is, breathe that not love out. Declare it, that you are not part of me, as I am love incarnate. And yes, I forgot for that instant, for that minute, for that year. It doesn't matter. It's still an instant. I now declare that I transmute that forgetfulness that I had and all the energy I created with my mind and being out of my heart. I transmute that now with love. And I declare I am love incarnate. When you declare, I am love incarnate, I am the power and presence of God, I am at one with the creator of all that is. The encodements within yourself, those tiniest of energy structures you have, snap into standing at attention, if you would like to call it that way, and say, yes, you are love and you are created from love. No flagellation is needed for forgetting. We, all the aspects of God that you may think of, the masters that are here, those that are with you, your angels and your guides and your healing teams, and all of those millions that are waiting for you to call upon them and ask for help, they know who you are. You simply need to declare it again and to walk in that way of being love. Oh, let's talk about this thing that is called sin. There is no sin. Sin, taught by many religions, is that you are then punished by the love that created you. How can you be punished by absolute love? To be punished by someone, that someone has to be angry with you. That someone has to feel that they were wounded in some way, that they were denied, that they were rejected. Oh, dear ones, we never experience rejection, as we are whole and entire within ourselves. And do you know who is also within ourselves? You. You. We know everything. And I use we as the different types of experiences you have of God. We know what you are going to be like at the end of this particular incarnation. We know what you are going to be like when you have your last lifetime upon this planet. We know what you are going to be doing at the end of infinity. Oh, end of infinity? There is no end of infinity. There is no end of learning and experiencing and growing within love. Those of you who do crafts or art or make certain things, even playing a video game if you wish. When you make a mistake, when you do not measure twice and cut once, when you put the stitch in the wrong place, when you look at the paint that you put there and go, oh no, that doesn't work with this color. It was not a sin, was it? It was an experiment. It was a learning opportunity. It was a time for you to say, oh, maybe if I put a little white in with this color, it will be the color that I want. Maybe next time I will measure 3 times. Maybe next time I will pay greater attention to what I am doing. Maybe next time I will declare and call forth the compassion that I know I have in relationship. Maybe next time I will remember and declare that I am love. There is no sin. There is no condemnation. Who condemns you? You do. And we have those around you to remind you that there is no eternal condemnation. Your angels, your guides, and your healing team work with you within your soul's journey in this lifetime, the plan that you made, to remind you always that you are love. Now, how does this relate to healing? You being a healer of yourself and of others. First, you have the power and the right and the delight to be able to declare what you wish. What is it that you want? Some people will declare that I want $10 million. I want $10 billion. I want to be the first trillionaire within this planet. But that's all. They forget to say, I want to have all of the abundance I can manage so that I may learn how to use that within love. I want to have the power of being the head of a corporation so that I can be a leader of growth. It is your intention, is it not? It is the fullness of your intention. And you can say, I call forth the healing power that is inherent with me so that I can bring others to know what wholeness is, what oneness is. And how do you begin that process? You have heard of this thing called prayer. What better way to begin that process than to ask the Creator, in whichever name you wish to use, to raise your hands, figuratively or physically, in love and in thanksgiving, and say, hi, I connect with you, as sometimes I forget I am always connected with you. And I ask you to fill me with the knowledge, with the wisdom, with the ability I may not even be aware of your creative energy, so that I may be a vehicle, a channel, a servant of your amazing creative love, that I may assist in bringing this one who is hurting physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually into the oneness, so that that love may come to them. And you hold them, one or more. When you're first starting out, start with one. Oh, two, yourself in them. Start with that and ask for that love to come down. I want you to do that now. I want you to bring to mind yourself in this incarnation and one other person. And you are in your heart source. And you do have Michael's sword within you. You are the sword. And you have the violet flame protecting you in every way. And connect, calling forth the Creator by whatever name you wish. And say, I call forth now the love from which myself and this person, and call them by name, was created. And I now merge both of us into your oneness, that you, the Creator, may recreate within them their DNA, their hips, their eyes, their heart, their immune system. And hold that space from your heart. Eliminate from you, will this work? Just laugh and say, of course it will work. I don't know how, but it does. As I am the power and presence of God, as I am love incarnate, and so is, and name that person. Have no other intention other than moving the two of you into the oneness to experience it. Have no attachment to any outcome. All you truly know is that they have forgotten who they are. And you know of the times you have forgotten who they are, who you are, and yes, who they are. Allow that energy to move through you. And what you are doing is you are bringing them back, their energy back, the energy into them of the remembering of what their life path is, which was created in love. And you are bringing that love to them, activating that love within them, and surrounding them. You are being the undiluted love incarnate. You are being the power and presence of God. And when you complete it, it's your time, but this one we're going to have a actual finite time here. Offer thanks, offer gratitude, revel in the joy of being the power and presence of God, love incarnate, and part of the oneness. Revel in the joy of being able to call down. You don't have to ask, you just call down that of which you are and that of which that person is. And now let's do it again. But add someone. Let's do your whole family, whoever you consider your family. It can be family of choice, family of origin, your nuclear family, as they call it. Sometimes that presents nuclear energy, does it not? The nuclear energy. Call them to you on a soul level and ask the Creator to unblock you so that you may bring down the creative energy for your healing and the healing of this family that you have. Be aware of the souls that are there and the tremendous energy that is coming in. And you may communicate with all of their healing teams of all of these, and you just have them in your mind and you can see them or you can call them by name. And be a channel of that energy, gathering them within your heart, seeing them in wholeness, not in dis-ease or in illness or in out of balanceness. How's that for a word? See them in wholeness. And if you're holding your arms up, relax, because we're going to do a little bit more. Declarations. Those of you who have heard me teach have talked about declarations. What is the one thing that you want the most in your life? But ask yourself that from your heart source. And whatever that is, make the declaration that you are that. I am abundance. I am a healing facilitator. I am an artist who is known worldwide. I am one who can teleport to another place on this planet and stand with all of those beings who are sending love to this area of pain. I am one who is protected from any energy that attempts to dilute my love. And I send love to others. I gather those who have left their bodies but are unaware of it or are lost. I am one who declares to those who have forgotten who they are, the love, some may call them dark beings, they have forgotten that they were created from love. And I can declare them, stop. I command you to remember that you are love itself, that everything that happened is an illusion, and that you are welcomed back into the heart of the Creator, into the womb of the Creator. You cannot change another's path. You can only change yours, and even that has limitations. And the other thing that I want you to be aware of, and you have heard this many times, to change what is happening in your life around you, change your thoughts. Anytime you catch yourself expressing negativity towards yourself, to others, to creation, stop and command yourself. Stop. You can call yourself by your name or your own pet name for yourself. By the way, the pet name cannot be negative. I say that in joy because I know some of you do that. It is not, stop, you stupid idiot. That is not what you say. Use the name that is love. You may know what your deep name is on the other side. But now, use the name that you are called by love and say, stop. What I am thinking is not truth. as I am love. And I will now remember who I am. And you call that to yourself repeatedly. When you find yourself worrying about what is going to happen in whichever form, in whichever way, stop and say, stop. I place this in the hands of the Creator, and I listen through my heart source of what my next step is. And I wait upon that next step. And I stay within love. And I call forth the love of the Creator down upon me to remind myself of who and what I am. And you do the same thing when you have struggles with another human being, or even with something that you're doing. And your struggle, you say, stop. Using your name, a name built in love. Stop. This person is also the power and presence of God. This person is love incarnate. This person is filled with pain. Those who harm you the most contain the greatest amount of pain. Allow their pain to surface within you your compassion, your kindness. And when I say that, no, I do know, K-N-O-W, I do not mean that you stand in a place of being abused or in a toxic situation. You can remove yourself from the situation. Never remove your love. They may never know that you are sending that love energy to them always. When you feel yourself wounded, you go into that place of calling upon the love of the Creator to remind you what you have forgotten. I have forgotten that I am love incarnate. I am your incarnation. I am your power and presence. I call forth the healing energy I need now to repair that forgetfulness within myself. And I call for the creative energy to remind me of what I have forgotten, that this person, these persons are also love. They are also your incarnated beings upon this earth. And I learn from them and how to be. And one last message. Gratitude and joy. Be in gratitude and experience joy. Look for all of that you can be in joy and enjoy it. The beauty, the laughter, be there. You are within my womb. You are within the Father's heart, and you are written upon our hands and our heart and every, oh, we don't have cells, but let's use it as cells of our being. We see only the love with which we have created you and the light that you shine upon this planet. And remember, my dear one, I love you as if you were the only creation upon this universe. I am Amma, the Divine Mother, and I am your mother. My love is with you always. This is Kathy. That was rather amazing, at least for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
Think we all need to listen to it again?
Yes.
Yes.
I
It's
want
like
to
an early
plan
Christmas.
What
It's
did
like
you
an
say,
early
Margaret?
Christmas. It's like an early Christmas gift.
Oh, that's neat. I love that. I love that. I feel so much better than I did when I came here, simply because I was tired because I woke up early. But it's like, oh yeah, and I'm remembering
You're not alone.
those that I need to remember our love. Blessings, blessings, blessings to all of you. Much
Thank
love.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Blessings,
Thank
Kathy.
you. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Bye, Cleo.
Bye, Margaret.